Good afternoon and welcome to another webinar series that we have for you today. And in this webinar series, we'll be talking about how to use our trading signals. Okay, we're talking about how to use the email you get from us. You should have gotten the email by now in your mailbox, and basically how to use the signal, how to capitalize on it, and make profits from it. Okay, so I'm your host Akinwale Chibuki. I'm the financial analyst at Eagle Global Markets, and I'll be walking you through on today's webinar. It's actually amazing having a lot of people on here willing to learn how to use the signals that they get in the mail. It's wonderful and amazing. Thank you very much for showing up. And yeah, basically, you might be wondering why signals. Okay, now we believe these signals will help you become profitable as a trader. Also, when you add your own additional ideas to it. Okay, so you can trade the signals plainly and be very, very profitable. And also, you can add your own ideas, your own trading strategy to it, and make it better for you. Okay, so in today's webinar, we'll be learning the contents of the email, the contents of the strategy itself, what the email contains, which of them is the signal, and how you can execute the signal. I'll be teaching you all of that. So in the email, we have the pre-market session, we have the US snapshot, we have the market outlook, and we have the market technicals. Okay, those are what we have in the email. But before we hop into all of that, how was the last trading week? Okay, how was the last trading week for you? Was it good? Was it bad? Was it fair enough? Fair enough means did you break even? I'd like to hear the story. I'd like to hear the gist. How was trading last week for you? Was it good? Was it bad? Were you finding a few things difficult in the markets, or the profit potential good? Talk to me. Let's talk before we hop into today's webinar, okay? Because it's going to be very, very amazing knowing how your trading week was and how we can tackle if you're facing any challenge in the financial markets. Let me know so we can tackle it before we hop into today's webinar, okay? So, anybody at all, how was your trading week last week? Hope it was good and hope you profited from it. Yes, because profit is the most important thing, okay? Because we are all trading to make profits. Okay, we're all trading to make profits, and majorly, did you make profit last week while trading? Okay, so I just sent out a poll. Please let's respond to it. Thank you. Let's respond to the poll. Thank you. Okay, in the absence of that, nobody is willing to share how the trading week went last week. Let's dive into today's topic, okay, which is how to use the signals that you get from us. So I'll be sharing my screen right now. I'm sharing my screen right now so you can see the email. And also, I want you to check your email. Okay, check your email, your inbox. You would have gotten a mail like this from us. Okay, you would have gotten a mail like this from us. Please check your email to confirm if you've gotten a mail like this from us. Check your email to confirm if you've gotten. Hi, Adi Adoyi, how you doing? How you doing? Please check your mail to confirm if you've gotten something like this from us. Let me know if we are all on the same track. Please check your email to know if you've gotten this from us, the daily signal from us, and just drop a yes if you have. Okay, just drop a yes if you've gotten it. So it's more easy to apply. I'll be taking the trade also with you, so we can see how it plays out. Okay. Marvelous said he has or she has. Latifa said no. Please do refresh your mail. Okay, do refresh your mail. Do refresh your mail. Okay, brilliant, brilliant. I'm glad a huge number has gotten it. If you've not gotten the mail, Latifa, just drop your email. Just follow along. Drop your email in my inbox after the webinar, and you make sure to will get you added to the broadcast list for the email. Okay, so you get the email every single time we are sending it out. Okay, so you've got nothing to worry about at all. You've got nothing to worry about at all. And yeah, so when you open the email, you get to see the daily market digest, and you see how easy it is. Okay, how easy the email is. So here you have it. Here is today's directional view from the Global Research Desk of Trading Central, which is our partner. That is where we get the signals from, and we provide them to you for free at no cost. Okay, the signal is provided to you for free at no cost, and they are basically, as it said, starting points for your own research to identify opportunities that make sense for you. You like what you see, feel free to share it with a friend. Okay, and moving down, this is just the web TV from Trading Central. You can decide to watch whatever analysis is there, but majorly, if you watch it, you get to understand how people analyze, okay, how an analysis is done, and it's going to be of good use to you. So below we have the pre-market session. Like I said, we have pre-market session, US snapshot, market outlook, and market technical. So the pre-market session before the bell, okay, before the New York session bell, which that is 2:30, okay, 2:30 p.m. our time. Okay, we already have the S&P dropping. We have the NAS also dropping. Like every single thing here is red. It means they've dropped in value. S&P, NAS, Dow Jones, Russell 2000, crude oil, gold, and copper, they've dropped. And you can see a detailed explanation of what has happened before the bell, okay, which is the S&P and the American futures are on the upside after the paired early gains to close border lower yesterday. Yesterday, they all went higher, but they closed lower yesterday. It's just basically telling you what happened in the market. Okay, it's telling you basically what happened in the market yesterday into today. Okay, it's telling you basically what happened in the market yesterday into today. That's before the bell, and that's the bell for New York session. Okay, not London session, New York session. You know, we already have London session running, and this is majorly for New York session. So basically, you get the pre-market session, which is before the market opens, before New York session opens. This is what has happened in price. Okay, this is what has happened in price. Now, the US snapshot is basically just giving you an idea of stocks in the financial markets. Okay, what which stocks or shares are going to be sharing their dividends, their earnings, and how they've been moving, what happened in them. Okay, so basically, most of these stocks they share here are stocks that are under either the NAS or the Dow or the US 2000, the small cap industry, and and also they share economic calendar. Okay, and economic calendar is news event. Okay, let's just say news events, economic reports, events that will happen in the financial markets today. Okay, so they share this in the morning and they share it again in the afternoon. So basically, if you go to the email that comes in the morning, you would see this economic calendar down there. You just understand what it's telling you is what economic event are we having today? Will the economic event be of high impact or of low impact, or will it just be of medium impact? Basically, that's what it's telling you about. And you can see the earnings expected is just like companies under the Dow or the NAS or the small caps industry, companies under them, their expected earnings today. It's just telling you, okay, they are going to have their Q2 earnings today. It's basically what's going to explain to you. Now, where you want to focus on is the market outlook and the market technicals. Okay, the market outlook and market technicals. Now, all you need to do is to jot down specific detail. Okay, specific detail like what? Now you see the S&P 500. That's telling you about US 500. Okay, it's called the S&P 500 or US 500. Okay, it's called the S&P 500 or US 500. Those that use CloudTrade would understand. Now, to those that use MT4, it's called the SPC USD. Okay, SPC USD. That's what it's called on our MT4. SPC USD. So S&P 500 or US 500 on the CloudTrade platform, then SPC USD on the MT4 platform. Okay, SPC USD on the MT4 platform. US 500 on the CloudTrade platform, or S&P 500 on the CloudTrade platform. Okay, so the details you need to pick out, like I said. Now, let's take for instance, you want to capitalize on every single financial instrument they talk about. It's very simple. Yes, you can make money from everything. And also, did I tell you, these signals have a 75 to 80% accuracy rate when you use it to trade in the financial markets. So let's take S&P 500 as our case study. Okay, I'll go through the chart soon. I'll go through the chart soon and I'll reply. If it's a question, please drop your question in the question section. If it's just basically a conversation, drop the conversation in the chat section. If it's a poll, I'll drop a poll and you respond to it. Honest response, okay? Honest response. Now, let's take for instance, we want to look at the S&P 500. So basically, the S&P 500, we have intraday. Now, when we hear the word intraday, it means a lower time frame. The time frame can either be 15 minutes or 30 minutes. Okay, 15 minutes or 30 minutes. That's what it means. I will go through it. Abdullah, just drop your questions in the question section. I'll respond to it. I will respond to it, no problem at all. I'll respond to it. So basically, I'll take it from the top again because of the guys that are dropping questions. You get this email from us every single day, okay? Every single day, 1:30, from the range of 1 p.m. to 1:30 p.m., okay? And it contains signals you can use to trade, okay? It contains signals you can use to trade, okay? Now, do you know what a signal is? A signal is an idea telling you this is what you should do, okay? It's an idea. Yes, you can, the replay will always be available on YouTube. It's an idea telling you what to do in the financial markets, okay? So it's just like if you see up, what it's telling you basically is to go to that financial instrument and buy. That's what it means. If you see down, what it's basically telling you is to go to that financial market, financial instrument and sell. Okay, do you understand that logic, Glory, Tosin, and Abdullah? Do you understand that logic just from what I explained? It's a signal telling you what to do in the financial market, how to make money when trading the financial markets. I'll drop the link in the chat box. You've got nothing to worry about. Okay. So, like I said, it's a signal telling you what to do in the financial market, either to buy or sell. And this is the email you get from 1 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. every single day from us. So the signal is inside the email. Okay. The signal is inside the email. And like I said before, the email contents are the pre-market session, the US snapshot, and the market outlook and market technicals. And I said where you need to put your focus on is the market outlook after I explain what the pre-market session is. I said the pre-market session is telling you what has happened, okay? What has happened before the session comes. The session is by 2:30. That's New York session, okay? New York session, 2:30 p.m. What basically pre-market session is telling you is this is what has happened before this session comes. And this is how you can use it to your advantage. Okay? Do we understand that? Do we understand that? Yes or no? Let's drop it in the chat box. Okay, great, great. I'd like to get more response. Okay, I'd like to get a lot of response. Now, I said on the market outlook, that is where you see all the financial instruments you are getting a signal for. So, for reference purpose, I'll make mention of it again, okay? We have these major financial instruments: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 financial instruments every day. You get signals about those 7 financial instruments, which are the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, the Dow Jones, the Russell 2000, crude oil, which is either US oil or UK oil, gold and copper, okay? gold, then copper. Now you can decide to trade every signal that comes with this. You can decide to trade every signal they give on each financial instrument, or you can decide to pick a few that you want to trade. Now, S&P 500, I'll explain everything, what it means, and how you should be able to apply it. Okay, so S&P 500, there are comments. Now let's start from the first line. Okay, let me put my mouse on that. Yeah, S&P 500 intraday, they said choppy. Now, if you've been attending my previous classes, you understand the meaning of choppy. Choppy means it doesn't have a direction. Okay, it doesn't have a direction yet, so it's choppy. Now, the pivot means where price is currently at. Okay, is support for price, where price is currently at, or relatively price might not be there, but very, very close to that level. So the pivot is 4408.00. You need to write that down. Now, the preference is the signal. Okay, the preference is the signal, what they would like to see. Okay, and here we have it. Short means sell. Short positions below 4408, and your targets, that's your take profit, at 4372 and 4364. Now, let me break what it means down to you. From the preference, shorts below 4408 means if you go to your chart, which we will go to and see it, if price is below 4408, we want to be looking for selling opportunities. Okay, we want to look for sell opportunities. We want to look for opportunities to short that financial instrument. We want to look for opportunities to sell that financial instrument. That is what it basically means. That's their preference. Okay, now an alternative scenario. The alternative scenario means when you go to the chart and you don't see what we want to see, this is what you should be able to see. Okay, now above the pivot, which is 4408, if price is above the pivot, you have to look for upside opportunities. That means you have to look for long opportunities. You have to start looking for opportunities to buy. You have to start looking for opportunities to buy, long opportunities. And your target would be at 4420 and 4428. That's basically what it means. Then the comment we have is, as long as resistance is 4408 and is not surpassed, the risk of breaking below 4372 remains high. What they are telling you is, after we've said all these things, as long as price is below 4408, the highest probability is that S&P 500 will sell. But remember, it is choppy. It doesn't have a direction yet. And now they are giving you a direction for it. That is basically what it means. That's basically how you interpret the analysis. Now, if you want to look at the analysis better, you can see the image down below. You can see the pivot 4408.00. You can see where price is, and you can see where they are telling you price is going to. So basically, you can apply it that way. Now let's go to the charts. I'll share my screen right now so we can all see it. Now I want to interpret what I just said on a real chart on my own chart. Same thing you can do on your own chart also. I'll share my screen right now. So I just sent out a poll. Please let's respond to the poll. Okay, I just sent out the poll right now. Let's respond to it. Thank you. Okay, in a few minutes you get the poll. Okay, so I just sent a poll right now. Please let's respond or interact with it. Okay, S&P on MT4 is called SPC USD. Okay, SPC USD. You can find it under the CFD options. Okay, under the CFD options. So I'm sharing my screen right now, so we can see S&P on MT4. Okay, I'm sharing my MT4 right now, so we can all see it. So this is S&P. You can see S&P right here, SPC USD right here. Okay, SPC USD. Now, this is 15 minutes time frame. Like I said, I told you it's intraday. Intraday, okay? What is happening during the daily time frame? A minimal aspect of the daily time frame, okay? And now we have a level, the pivot, which is 4480. So I'll adjust my line. That's an horizontal line. I'm going to write 4408 and I'll make it big so everybody can see it. That's 4408 there. Okay. Then this is our pivot. They said if price is below 4408, we should look for selling opportunities. But I can't just sell. I want to add the one for the targets, which is for the downside and for the upside. So they said the target should be 4437. 4437. Are we adding it right now? 4372. Okay, 4372. So that's the first target right there. Then 4364, the next target. 4364. Okay, let's move to the 30 minutes time frame. Okay, good. So this will be our target if we look for selling opportunities. Okay. Now, if eventually price trades above this area, we'll have to look for buying opportunities. Now, let's add the targets for the buying opportunities. Four four two zero. That's the first one for the buying opportunity. 4428. That's second one for the buying opportunity. Now you can see that this is price is moving down. Price is moving down. So this is why the sell opportunity is higher than the buy opportunity. Okay, this is why they are laying more emphasis on the sell opportunity than the buy opportunity. Now you can use the signals alone, it works. You can also add your own to it. Okay, you can also add your own. Now, if I'm to add my own to it, I'll basically say this is an uptrend, or this is a high, this is a low, this is a lower high, this is a lower low, and I'll consider this as a lower high. Now, I'll just pick a trend line and I'll put it here. Now, if you've been attending my classes, you understand that this is a break and a retest. Okay, a break and retest. Now, this is just giving me more edge that yes, the signal is on the right path because I am my own approach also is on the right path. So I'll be selling S&P 500 now. So I take a sell on S&P 500. Like you can see, I just sold. I'll just put my target here. That means if it plays out as anticipated, I'll be making $12 from it. Simple and easy to use. Now, let's go and look at another financial instrument from the list. The pivot, okay, how did I get the pivot? If you go to the email, you will see, let me share my screen for the email. Let me share my screen for the email. Now, on Glory, look at this right here. In the email, you can see the pivot. Once you've seen S&P intraday choppy, you see the pivot below 4408. Okay, that's where I got the pivot. And how did I get the pivot points? I used the horizontal line tool on MT4. The horizontal line tool on MT4. Let me show you the horizontal line tool on MT4. This is the horizontal line tool right here. You see it up above here. Horizontal line tool right there. Yeah, right here. Now, once I place the horizontal line tool, I can right click on it or hold it down. If you're using an Android phone, you can hold it down and you see the same dialog box pop up on your Android phone. I click on the horizontal line. You just type in your 4480. Okay, 4480. Type it in and sorry, 40. I typed in the wrong the wrong value. Okay, I think it was right here. Okay, great. Now 4408. I mean 4408 right there. And all I need to do is just now. Nobody talked about stop loss. All I need to do is put my stop loss above the pivot. So I put my stop loss above the pivot, and that means I'll be risking $5 to make $12. That's a 1 to 1.5 risk to reward ratio. That is good money. That is good money. Good money if it does play out the right way. Let's go and check another financial instrument again. Gloria, I hope you understood that. Let's go and check another financial instrument again. So I sent out a poll. Please let's respond to it. Okay, let's respond to it. Share my screen, the email, so we can check another financial instrument. Now that we've checked S&P, let's find one that has like clear direction. Consolidation in place, consolidation. Okay. Let's go back up. We'll find one here. You can find one also under the pre-market session. Okay. So let's look at gold. Okay. Let's look at crude oil and gold. Okay. Let's look at crude oil and gold. So all you need to do is when you come to pre-market session, you can click on read the analysis. Just click on read. It will open another tab for you. So let's check the other tabs and see what we have on gold and crude oil. So I want to look for one that has clear direction so we can take that trade together like we did with S&P 500. So I think it should be this one. Okay, gold also is in consolidation. Okay, oil. Okay, let's check oil. Oil has a direction it should move to, which is the downside. Okay, so let's look at oil. So here we have the analysis. Remember I told you if you click on read analysis, it opens a new tab. Okay, now let's break down oil the same way we broke down US 500. So oil intraday, the downside prevail. That means it's bearish. Okay, that means it's going down. You can either write bearish or down, whichever one works for you. You can either write bearish or down. Make sure you have a pen and paper when you are trying to analyze, so it's more easy for you. It's more easy to be able to put all of this in place. Okay, so now bearish or down, we know that the downside prevails. Now the pivot, we can see it is 72.60. we can see it is 72.60. We can also see it is 72.60. From there, once we understand that the pivot 76.20, it's telling us that that is where current market price is. Okay, that around that area, that's where current market price is. That's what it's basically telling us. Yes, gold is consolidating. Yeah, that's why I didn't pick gold. That's why I didn't pick gold. Okay, so now this our preference. Under preference, remember I told you you need to jot it down. Now you pick short because that's the preference. They say short positions below 72.60 with targets at 71 and 70.55. So basically, you just write short and you write where you'll be shorting from, which is 72.60, with your targets at 71.00 and 70.55. Okay, and just put a notation in it that that's the preference. Okay, now alternative scenario, which is above. That means if it doesn't go down and it start going above, this is what will happen. Above, you look for opportunities to buy if it is trading above 72.60 and targets at 73.40 and 73.90. Now, comment. The upward potential is likely to be limited by the resistance at 72.60. What this is telling is that tendencies for it to go up is very, very small. Okay, very, very, very small. Because of that 72.6 area in price, it's acting as a resistance, and it's a very, very strong resistance. If you don't know what support and resistance is, I have a class on it. It's on our YouTube channel. You can go and check it out. But just a brief introduction to what support and resistance is. Support is an area in price where you look for buying opportunities. Resistance is an area in price where you look for selling opportunities. Now you can see the analysis down below here. You can see how price is below 72.60. How it's there. Simple and easy. Now all you need to do is now you need to go to your charts and plot it out. Hello, Promise, how are you doing? So I'm sharing my screen right now to plot this on an oil chart, okay? So let me add oil to my screen. Oil, which is US oil. Okay, no, I think that should be UK oil. Wow. Okay, they both have the same pricing, so let's just use any of the oil. Now, the trade has already moved, okay? That's why when you get the analysis, be sure to the signal, to be precise, be sure to act on it immediately. Okay, the trade has moved like a lot. It has moved a lot and smashed targets already. But let's still plot it out on our charts. Okay? So we said the pivot at the moment when the signals were sent out, we have the pivot at 72.60. Okay, 72.60. This was the area we were watching price at. Now, we said the short price has to be below it. And yes, the price is below it. Now, we said the target will be 71. That's the first target. And second target will be 70.55. And you can see how price traded through both targets, like through both targets. That's amazing. Very, very amazing. You can see how accurate the signal is. If you had, like they said, the downside prevail, that means it would sell, and it did sell. That's why I said these signals you get from us are very, very amazing, top notch, and they work accurately. Okay, they work accurately. Now I'll show you something I did on S&P 500, which was what happened here also. I'll show you guys right after I'm done explaining US oil. Now we said the target for the long trade would have been 73.90, okay? Would have been there. So we see the downside playing out, and let's see, you could have made how much from this trade? Could have made 204 points from it. Now, I showed you something on, let me go through the chart box first. Sorry, I meant the stock market bell. Very, very sorry. Stock market bell, 230. Okay, stock market bell, 230. Apologies about that. So, like most of these signal tend to move during the stock market bell and also during the New York session at 130. Sorry about that. Now, let me show you something I did on S&P 500, which we placed the trade. Remember S&P 500? I drew this line and I said, if you've attended my webinar before, you understand this is a break and retest, okay? Like I always explain. The same thing happened on US oil, okay? The same thing happened on US oil, which is, this was just a break, but there was no retest, okay? Now, tendencies of a retest to happen is 50%. So you might see price still do this before deciding to now come down, okay? Like remember, the analysis already said the downside prevail, okay? That means it's going to drop. Now, where do you want to look for it? You want to look for a target somewhere around here, 61.340, 304, sorry, and 67.304. These are like areas you want to look for targets. If it does retest and it start going down. Okay, I'm going through the question section. No, like I said, Sokuru, like I said, the pivot is an area of support or resistance that is very, very close to price. And that is what you see in the email already. It's an area of support or resistance that is very, very close to price. And you can see our S&P 500 trade that it's in profit. I feel it's still going to move a lot. So I might be looking to change where my take profit is to this area. So I'll just be risking $5 to make $16. That's a 1 to 2.1 risk to reward ratio. Now that's good money right there. That's amazing right there. And as you can see, the signals are playing out and it's very, very easy to use, very, very easy to apply. So yes, I'm open to taking questions now. Please ask your questions if you've got any. That's how you do repeatedly. Every single day you get the signal. You just repeat the same process on how to analyze it and how to implement it. You can also add your strategy to, like I added my own strategy, which is the break and the retest. I've explained on previous webinars before. And you see how it happened. I see that was what even gave me more confidence to use the signals. Like I said, you can use the signals the way they are. Just mark out your points on the chart and wait for price to come there or price to give you some sort of reaction. Then you place your trade. That's how you do it. So please do drop your questions in the question section. I'm open to taking questions. I'm sending out a poll right now. Please let's respond to it. Okay. Okay. Sending out a poll. I just sent out the poll. I'm sending out another one. I just sent out two polls. Please let's respond to it. Okay, Philip, we've had this webinar before. It's on our YouTube channel. We talked about market sessions and how to trade them. It's there. You can find it there. Okay. The reason I didn't choose NAS was because of it was consolidating. I didn't want to give a wrong bias on that. Okay. It was consolidating real bad. That was why I didn't choose. That's why I said I was going to look for a trade idea that was not consolidating. And when we found the trade idea that was not consolidating, which was the oil, we saw it had already moved. Okay, we saw it had already moved. That was why. Okay, but still from the signal, it says NAS would be bearish. And yes, I very much trust the signal. I very much trust the signal. I very much trust the signal. You can trade the signals from NAS, okay? Which is to short the trade idea on NAS. So you can go short on NAS at your will, and also based on what the signal says. So I'll be dropping the YouTube link right now so you can all get the video on there. Just send the signal in right now. I'll send you a content on that. You've got nothing to worry. I have a content on that. I'll send you a content on that. I dropped the YouTube link already. We can all find it in the chat box, okay? I dropped the YouTube link already. We can all find it in the chat box. Have you got any further question? I'm open to taking questions. Both. There is no best time frame. I've explained this to multiple times. There's no best time frame in the financial market, okay? All time frame works. All time frame are the best. You only find and use what suits you, okay? The 30 minutes and the 15 minutes is a good start if that's what you'll be starting with. Still open to taking questions. And yes, please let's respond to the polls. Please let's respond to the polls. Thank you. And still open to taking questions. So that's the link to the YouTube channel in the chat box. And in the absence of no question, trading is very, very easy. It's the quickest way to grow wealth. It's the quickest way to make wealth, okay? And it's not difficult the way you see people put it on social media or whatever community you're on. It's very easy. All you need to do is simple stuff like this. Simple and easy things that you can apply. Stop trying to make it complicated. And once you understand that you only need simple to make it simple, you stop looking for contents that are complicated to start or to give you better edge when trading. You only make an edge, or you only gain an edge in trading when you apply the basics to your trading account. The basics, the basics, the basics. It works very, very well. Okay. It works very, very well, and it's easy to grow your trading account from 10K to 20K to 30K. Keep a stern focus, and you see lots of growth in your trading as time goes on. Okay. So good luck and good trading. Catch you in the next webinar. Bye for now.